And we are back with another episode of Market Talk. Now, this week was Thanksgiving week. The market was closed on Thursday, but overall, the market was pretty green going into the weekend. But there's a lot of shakeup going on right now in the market. There's a lot of stuff going on with Google. Google not going nowhere. Google said, we a big dog and we gonna stay a big dog. All right. They got their own processing unit, their own chips. They don't need NVIDIA. They got their own Gemini, ChatGPT AI model that they're training on their own chips. And supposedly the new Gemini is supposed to be the number one AI model in the world right now. All right. They saying it's better than ChatGPT. I ain't gotten on Gemini yet, but we're going to see. All right. They saying that, Google's chips are a threat to NVIDIA and their monopoly over the AI processing power, play. Like but here's the thing. NVIDIA and Google, their chips have different use cases. All right. Just because, Google got their chips doesn't mean that NVIDIA's chips are, worthless or, vice versa. All right. Because NVIDIA's chips, they can be used for everything, any and everything. All right. They can be used for any language model, anything, but there's not just for AI. They got whole other markets. They got markets in gaming, graphics cards. They got markets in autonomous cars. They got markets in robotics. Why did you think that NVIDIA was on, Jensen Huang was on the stage with Elon Musk? Because that's the next step. If Google or somebody else wants to take over the AI language models, and all NVIDIA got to do is just say, "Oop, let me go over here to robotics. Let me go over here to computing. Let me go over here to whatever else is going on down the line." You know what I'm saying? Because their chips can be used for anything. All right. But Google's TPUs, they're cheaper. They're more cost efficient. They're more energy efficient. They do one thing very well. So people are still top companies are still going to be using Google's processors for certain applications. I think someone like Meta or something like that, they would be great. That would be a good app. Google's processors would be perfect for Meta because they have a single use. They need to either use it for Instagram or they can put it into their their glasses versus all that computing power, that unnecessary computing power that NVIDIA has, and it's more cost efficient, it's more, it's costly and all this other stuff. So the shakeup is people were thinking that people are selling their NVIDIA stock, trying to get into Google, thinking Google is going to replace NVIDIA. It's not happening. All right. It's not happening. And they're both going to exist, but they're both going to do their own thing as well. So Google, we thought Google was going to be up out of here. We thought Google was done. Google said, we not done. We got stuff in the chain. Think about it. Google, they own everything. It's really Alphabet. The company is Alphabet. They own Google. They got Gmail. They got Google Docs. You didn't use Google Docs throughout whole high school. Google Slides, Google Sheets. All right. Everything. They got YouTube. Google's not going nowhere. We thinking just because ChatGPT is AI stuff, ChatGPT, Google's going away now. Google's you think they're gonna let that happen? They got tricks up their sleeve, and now they revealing it. They got their own processors, they got their own graphics units, they got their own way of doing things, and they making their own AI language models outside of NVIDIA's ecosystem completely. They don't even need NVIDIA. They do it their own. They got everything in-house, vertical integration. They big dog. They gonna stay big dogs. So Google, they a big player in this space. Just like everybody, just like all the other tech CEOs, tech companies, they're all spending billions of dollars to stay in the tech race and to stay in this AI race. Because what did Mark Zuckerberg say? Like, the biggest risk is not spending and getting left behind. All right, that's why there's so much innovation going on right now. But when I watch these interviews with the tech CEOs, all of them, they all get asked this question. Jensen Huang got asked the question. Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Alphabet, All of them get asked this question: is it an AI bubble? Every time they get asked that question, they say something along the lines of the innovation of what's going on, the actual in investments into computing, into energy, into infrastructure. These are real things that are really happening. We got autonomous cars and robotics. These are real things, real technology that are really coming. As far as the excitement in this time, of course there's going to be excitement. Of course there's going to be people who make wrong investments, and there's bubbles in that sense. There's so much excitement that people are just start investing in whatever. But when you can just take a deep breath, look at the market, look at the big players, look who's spending, look who's looking to stay on the forefront of this AI push and this AI boom, you can pick your players right. And it's not about going all in, because sometimes you may want to invest in a little startup AI energy company. Like, for example, I'm gonna give you one, Star Cloud. I don't even think they're on the stock market yet, but they're going to be doing like AI cloud, AI data centers in space. All right, we're gonna start it over. Star Cloud is going to be doing AI data centers in space. So they're going to be sending AI data centers up in space, having cooling via the vacuum of space, because space is cold, and so they're just going to have radiative cooling, infinite power from the sun. Okay. Now Google, they already said that this is the next step. They said that they're going to be looking into it. They said if you look at the horizon for the amount of computing they're going to need, it makes sense. Okay, it makes sense. That's what he said. Who else said that? Jeff Bezos. Computing in the space. Who else said that? Jensen Huang. AI data centers in space. It's all data centers in space is a play that it's in its infancy right now, that you could get in on. But going all in on plays that are way out, that's when you start gambling. When you start putting all your money into like plays that are, because anything could happen. They could have a competitor that comes up and takes their spot. Anything can happen. That's why it's important to lock in and do your research on whatever you're investing in, and invest in the big dogs. That's always what I say. Invest in the big dogs. All right. Because if you know the big dogs ain't going nowhere, and it's not just about them not going nowhere, they showing you by the spending in this AI boom. Any of these little other companies, they're going to get bought up if they're worth anything. They're going to get bought up. So if they're worth something, if there's a company that's worth something and it's on the stock market, it's going to get bought up by Google, by NVIDIA, by whatever. You're going to buy these stocks up. So that's going to be it for this episode of Market Talk. Join the DEGEN Depot Discord. We got free game in there. We got community. Everybody on the same mission, trying to better themselves, whether it be stocks and crypto, trading, whatever, credit, business. You just want to talk money. You want to find like-minded individuals. Tap in the DEGEN Depot. We got more resources, more products on the way for you to level up. We got so much stuff in the works. This is just the beginning. Tap in now before we get to 1,000 community members. Tap in now before we get to 1,000 community members. I'm telling you right now, because you're going to want to be there and you don't want to miss out. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.